TB Joshua killed himself to avoid shame, according to Kemi Olunloyo. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news update. Please click on the notification bell. Controversial journalist Kemi Olunloyo has alleged that the late Prophet TB Joshua committed suicide when he discovered that he was being investigated and the results of the investigation was about to be released soon. BBC was planning to disgrace Joshua as early as 2020 and 2021 when they started their investigation to start revealing all the truths when he suddenly died that night after he left the pulpit. Olunloyo wrote on a post she made on her X page. B. Joshua committed suicide, taking his own life. The Synagogue Church of All Nations has called the BBC Africa Eye gangster journalism with no knowledge of who any of the disciples were they interviewed were. BBC was planning to disgrace Joshua as early as 2020-2021 when they started their investigation to start revealing all the truths when he suddenly died that night after he left the pulpit. Noticed something was visibly wrong that evening. I was the journalist who broke the death story later at 1 a.m. Many of you asked why Joshua's victim did not speak when he was alive, or why BBC did not release the documentary earlier. They spoke, and like I said, he died suddenly. My source also disclosed to me that Joshua left a lot of money buried in the SCON premises. Many people know the synagogue did not contain one single bank account. The Nigerian government should close down SCOAN until they address the court ruling of criminal charges that led a poorly construction building that killed several South Africans. Joshua's cause of death was never officially released, but yes, he took his own life and the fear of the disgrace coming to him, he could not take it. See, Kemi Olunloyo, I know, and I've never been a fan of Kemi Olunloyo, sincerely, and I'm not about to be one now. But I'm saying we should be having reverence. I'm not saying everything should be swept under the carpet, but this woman has no reverence for the dead. Right from the beginning, this is how she has been. So why do you think we should listen to you now? I pity some of you so-called journalists saying what you don't know about. I bet some of you would die. That's actually too harsh to say. Everybody would die. I've said it before. What is even certain in this life, immediately you are born, is death that is certain. Anything that happens, I don't want to die. If sickness happens, I don't want to die. This will happen, I don't want to die. You understand? That is certain. That one, there is no two way about it. Okay, if TB Joshua becomes sick for a moment, he even became thin. I am SDA, but let us speak the truth here. You journalists, what is your interest in this case? Not be Kemi again. Listen, Kemi define inside. I believe there will be evidence to defend or convict this cause very soon. God is not an author of confusion. God does not need to be defended, nor does truth hide. Someone must come out to say it all. Madam, what do you have to say? God is watching. Kemi Olunloyo never respects the dead. I've said this before. She comes out and disrespects them outrightly. From that young boy that died in, what's the name of that particular school? That young boy that died in that school to... that young lady that just died in Chrisland, you understand? From that young boy that died, and then to that young girl, that young teenager that died in Chrisland, she has forever come out. So she had never had reverence for the dead. Like I said. The teenager from Chrisland that died, that is how she came out and was saying all sort of things about her. That young, teenager too that died. Was it still in Chrisland? I think so. Look at what happened. So, Kemi Olunloyo, even though he's coming out to come out this time around, he's coming out to be on the side of, already the public has an opinion. And it's like she's just picking a side. Other times she just goes the opposite direction. And believe you me, no matter where you are in the country, you go the opposite direction. In the world, you're going to get attraction. Imagine you coming out to say water is poisonous. Let somebody just come out on social media and say the water we have been drinking all this while is poisonous. You are going to gain attention. Why? Because a lot of people will be like, that news, that's negativity. People will just water that we have been drinking is poisonous. Let us hear it. So she has always been on the, on the negative side. But this time, she just picked. We have already made it easier for her. So she's just coming out to pick, she just pick a side, and, she's doing what she knows how to do best. This woman accused TB Joshua of all these atrocities many years ago, even before the death, of TB Joshua. She has been doing this. I watched the video. They recorded it to confession made by one woman called Choosing Mopol. The other woman called Choosing Mopol accused the owner of Lord Choosing too of fake miracle. I think I actually saw that. I've seen this kind of thing before. People who are coming out to say they did not accuse, late Prophet TB Joshua before. Me, I saw a particular video where a woman came out and accused. The one I heard of was TB Joshua. I did not hear of him choosing. I heard of TB Joshua that woman came out and was like, anything that happens to her, let them hold him responsible, that he was actually going to come for her. She said that. Okay, why is it that many people writing comments disputing allegations about TB Joshua are all foreigners, and especially Zambians other than Nigerian nationals? What makes you think the journalist is being malicious? The journalist is from Nigeria. Why are you disputing and calling her all the names? Answer this question. What caused TB Joshua sudden death from the pulpit to the deathbed? I don't know. Nobody knows what happened. You don't know. Even I'm sure his family members say, but they might not even have all the answers to this question that you're asking. Zambians are gullible and will believe anyone who says God without knowing exactly which one he's referring to. No wonder we have so many shrine called churches while foolish people are molested. Just look at how the flank anyone speaking pidgin English thinking they are closer to God. It is all stupidity. It is actually wrong to come outside and call a whole nation gullible. That is very wrong. You can actually express yourself without sounding this, how am I going to talk it? How am I going to call it? You can actually be, what's the word for this thing now? You can actually be, try to shaping your mouth. You understand? I'm not saying not to say what you have to say. You can say it, but don't say it like, as in, don't open your mouth bugger to say this. Be very, what's it called? I don't know, I've forgotten that word. I always forget that word. But be very careful in speaking. Don't come outside and say a whole nation is stupid. Alright, no might can fight God. You're putting the curses on yourself and innocent children. Prophet is without honor in his own country. Well, I've said this before. Nobody knows actually what happened. You see these things coming out after the man's death. I cannot say. Sincerely, I am still asking the question. Why they waited this long for them to come outside and start saying, this man died 2020, maybe 2021, and this is 2024. Why did they have to wait till now to gather all this or come outside and reveal it? You understand? It would have been easier if it was 3 months after his death, 6 months after his death, to start hearing this. There will still be this struggle, but they'll say, okay, if they're not coming out to tell us that you are actually on it before he died, though, some people will still fall for it. But this one, I'm definitely in the middle at this point. I don't know what exactly people who are releasing it stand to gain. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy.